What it is, your man and I back in the building for another episode of the 90s within I, doing God's work, bringing the 90s back to the spotlight. Today we're gonna dive deep down into the box. Y'all remember the box, I've talked about it before. We're gonna talk about some of the box best. The songs that you only heard on the box, you waited for somebody to request, you was looking up at the screen waiting for that 77160 to get played all day, ran up your mama's phone bill, the box. Now the first one I want to talk about is one of my favorite two-hit wonders, and he's a box legend. I'm talking about Big Mike. Now Big Mike, he was born in New Orleans, raised in Houston, and he got it with Scarface, Rap-A-Lot Records, and got signed and came out with his album, Something Serious. Now he was a two-hit wonder, but I love the whole album. The album bang. Something Serious, the title track, was one of my favorite joints. I don't know if he shot a video. I don't think he shot a video for the Something Serious. Now the first single that he dropped off this album was called World of Mine. And I don't even really remember that song. Like, I don't know if that was just that one came out. I'm glad it did because it gave way to his other singles. One of my favorite songs to this day with Pimp C on the hook, Having Things. Man, rest in peace, Pimp C. That one was a crazy classic. He switched them up from the Having Things and went over to that Player. One of my favorite tracks on the album was Something Serious. He should have came out with a video. He should have had the Something Serious, then the Having Things, and then the Player. But who am I? I ain't Rap-A-Lot Records. But big shout out to Big Mike, one of the legends on the box and a classic. I still say he's a two-hit wonder because in my mind, I never heard World of Mine like this. But you know, let me know in the comments. I know y'all gonna cuss me out. Y'all listened to World of Mine before y'all heard Having Things and Player? Let me know in the comments. Next on the list, I'm gonna go with Oaktown 357. Now they actually used to be MC Hammer's backup dancers back in the day. And MC Hammer signed them to a deal to try to, he was signing artists at the time, and he signed them and created Oaktown 357. Now, originally it did consist of 3 members, Sweet LD, Lil P, and Terrible T. And that's when they came out with Yeah. I used to watch the video. I thought it was 7, 8 girls in the group. They had a whole bunch of, I guess, they was just backup dancers. Some of them was just backup dancers. Now, after the success of Yeah, the 3 split and Lil P left out of the group. Now, I've seen some interviews that basically said that on top of them, that they wasn't really getting paid. These was backup dancers. So MC Hammer was just trying to get paid and put them, on the front line and get some money off of it. And Lil P departed from the group early after the Yeah success because, there's rumors nobody was getting paid. And then also, she had a family, and so she rather do the family thing. And on top of that, they said she wasn't getting paid. So she left the group, and it only left 2 left, Terrible T and Sweet LD. And then that's when they came back and hit them with that. Now, Juicy Got 'Em Crazy was I've never ever seen Oaktown 357 on MTV or on BET, even though they did peak at number 14 on the Billboard charts. I still never seen them on the mainstream. It was only on the box. It was a box exclusive. You waited for that Yeah, and you waited for that Juicy Got 'Em Crazy. I mean, them backup dancers used to be fly back in the day. Some MC Hammer pants and like a polka dot silk shirt. Oh, you killing the game back then. I mean, Oaktown 357 used to have the crazy little outfits in the video. I mean, they really was trying to market it crazy. MC Hammer said he named them Oaktown 357 because they hit like a 357 and they was from the Oaktown. So Oaktown 357, a legendary box legend, box classics. Next up, this is truly a one-hit wonder, but they came out and their group was In Too Deep. And the song that they came out, they one-hit wonder, was called Back to the Hotel. I mean, these dudes they look like the suburban dudes that I knew that used to have all the good green, you know what I'm saying? Like, I go out and drive an hour out to the city to go see some white dudes out there that got some good green. Them is the dudes I come see, you know what I'm saying? But they was from Vallejo, California, and they was actually a Chicano group. I guess they say it's a Chicano group. I don't really care what they were, but the song was banging that beat. Now that beat was produced by Johnny Z, which was actually like a third member in the beginning. It was 3 members of them, and then the other one kind of just split off just to do production, and he did like all of that production, and that was this guy named Johnny Z. But Johnny Z killed it with that Back to the Hotel beat, because that's probably one of the best beats in hip hop history, and probably top 5 one-hit wonders of all time. Big shout out to In Too Deep with that Back to the Hotel. Another box best, a legend. He's not a one-hit wonder. He's got lots of hits. I'm talking about DJ Quick.
Born and raised in Compton.
Now, DJ Quick had a lot of songs they used to play on the box, but one of the songs that used to always play on the box that I happened to see was Just Like Compton.
It's just like Compton.
And that was a banger, but I used to always be like, I was in Minneapolis at the time. Why he didn't say Minneapolis is just like Compton? That was the only thing I never could get. I used to be so angry, like, I'm just waiting for him. He's St. Louis is just like Compton. He even said Denver was like Compton. I'm like, he never came to the north side of Minneapolis? Like, I'm trying to change the lyrics for the remix, man. Minneapolis like Compton too. DJ Quick came out there with that little perm, and he would have that little perm flipping with a little Raiders coat or something like that. DJ Quick always used to know how to have that perm coming out from underneath that baseball cap, you know what I'm saying? So he was keeping it a buck, and he was keeping wherever he went, just like Compton. All right, what was the best box songs that you can remember? Let me know in the comments so I can make a video about all the box memories that you have. What number was it? 5613? Was that the number that you used to call run your mama bill up to order the video? Let me know in the comments so I can hit y'all with some more videos, some of the box best on the 90s with NI.